So obviously, you guys are much more well read on the topic than most the average person. So I'll kind of just get down to it and assume that you know some of how Bitcoin works. But essentially, Bitcoin is just a decentralized peer-to-peer electronic cash and transaction network that avoids intermediaries, which is first where I think it gets a lot of its value. And so essentially, computer processing power and electricity is exchanged to secure the network and to mine new tokens. And this is done in a predictable way. People often cite the completely predictable monetary policy around Bitcoin, how much is mined, how fast, the rewards that go to miners, etc. And the fact that this is unchanging gives a lot of people confidence that it is better than other assets, other currencies. And this is something you can't get from a federal government or central bank. It's backed by electricity, whereas every other currency in the world is backed by military force at the end of the day. So this one point, as well as sort of the separation between the network of Bitcoin and the currency itself, is where I think the value truly comes in. Currently, in our financial infrastructure, we use FedWire, we have ACH transfers, we use Venmo, PayPal, all these different things. And this is essentially just a layered stack of financial infrastructure that relies on intermediaries and is not very transparent at all. And honestly, takes longer to settle than Bitcoin's base layer, which I believe is just simply a better settlement network than what we currently use. I think there are obviously use cases that other cryptos, other projects think that they can tackle that Bitcoin cannot. However, I think what Bitcoin has is that its base layer is incredibly secure. As more nodes join the network and as more blocks are mined, it becomes exponentially harder to manipulate the ledger, which is outlined with probabilities calculated in the white paper. Um, and I believe this is really where the value comes. I think Taproot is a good example. Lightning is a good example of a second layer add on to the first layer of Bitcoin, which might take longer to come about than other crypto projects. But I think this is just goes to show how secure it is and why security and decentralization are the top priority for Bitcoin as a currency, as a network. I think crypto is meant to be anonymous. It's meant to be decentralized and not manipulatable, which is where Bitcoin is strong. I think as time goes on, other crypto projects will try to replicate this, but will become increasingly more centralized and will not have the network effects that make Bitcoin what it is today.